Hey everybody, it's Andrew coming back at you with another episode of the Jaguar podcast. In today's episode, I'm going to be doing a game recap of the Week 5 matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. So let's get into it. The Jaguars drop to 0-5. They lose this game to the Tennessee Titans 37-19. This was actually an exciting game. A frustrating one to watch nonetheless, but a lot going on. There's a lot of bad calls in this game. It was just frustrating to watch. And it started off very exciting. I mean, Dan Arnold, catches a pass from Trevor Lawrence in the first quarter. Then the ball's knocked out. There's a fumble, and then Tennessee runs it back. Then, the following drive, we get the running game going with James Robinson. He's got a really long run down, almost takes it to the house, but he's tackled short, and then he punches it in for a touchdown later. And then, Tanny Hill got going. I think he hit Pruitt over the middle for a touchdown in the first half. And then, Derrick Henry had a great game. The running game, he really didn't start to get going really till the second half. Not good. We gave up, 100+ yards to Derrick Henry, and he had, I think, 2 touchdowns in this game. But, the Jags, it's tough because, they showed signs of little glimpses of greatness. Trevor Lawrence had some nice throws. I think he threw a touchdown pass to Jacob Hollister. That was really nice to see. Hollister get going and him, Trevor Lawrence connect with Hollister. But the special teams for Jacksonville, not good. Really specifically the place kicking. Matthew Wright misses a extra point in the first half, and then unfortunately he misses a 53-yard field goal. It bounces off the front of the goalpost, and it's no good. And then we kind of close out the first half with the Tennessee Titans getting a field goal, and then Trevor Lawrence getting sacked. But we go into the second half, and Derrick Henry just gets going, man. The running defense, we just couldn't stop him. So he had some scores on us. James Robinson, he had a great game. We finally see Laviska Shenault in the second half. He has a hell of a play where he catches, I think it was an over the middle or maybe like a crossing route or something, and he catches a pass, breaks 3 or 4 tackles and really picks up some nice yardage. There was a 4th and goal play in this game, and essentially what happens was Urban Meyer called a running play on 4th and goal. They give the ball to Carlos Hyde, and he gets stopped, and there's a turnover on downs. And I believe they had another turnover on downs the Jacksonville had later in the game. But terrible call on 4th and goal. Urban Meyer kind of got lit up about this in the press conference. He was asked about it by a reporter, why he called a running play to Carlos Hyde when he should have had James Robinson in there. So here's what Urban Meyer said when he was asked about this.
Urban, could you just talk about the decision to, on 4th and goal, to not have James Robinson in the game and to possibly, obviously not try to sneak it with Trevor since it was only had about 4 or 5 inches to go?
Yeah, I just met with Bev and we talked about it, and I don't micromanage who's in the game. I should have, James was running really hard, but so was Carlos. I got to go find out if something was dinged up with James.
So Urban Meyer essentially said that he does not micromanage the player personnel that's out on the field. That has got to be the craziest thing I've heard a coach ever say. You're the head coach. Like, what do you do? Of course you micromanage the player personnel that's out there. You got to know what the hell is going on during the game, right? And he just says that he's not aware who's on the field. And this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. And then he's asked about why he did not call a QB sneak as opposed to his decision to call a running play to Carlos Hyde. This is what Urban Meyer had to say.
And the quarterback sneak, he's not quite comfortable with that yet. We've been practicing that. I know that might sound silly, but when you've never done it, it's something that we need to continue to make that so you can make that call in that critical situation.
So Urban Meyer pretty much says that Trevor Lawrence was not comfortable with the QB sneak and essentially threw Trevor Lawrence under the bus. And this is what Trevor Lawrence had to say when he was asked that exact same question about the play call on the goal line.
Trevor, going back to that goal line play, Coach just said that you guys are still working on quarterback sneaks. Do you feel comfortable being under center in that situation for a quarterback sneak, or is that something you guys are still working on?
No, I feel comfortable. Obviously I haven't really ran it before in a game, but no, I feel comfortable. It's something we've worked, So
Trevor Lawrence says something completely different here, right? Like he says that we did work it in practice, actually, as opposed to what Urban Meyer said, and that he was comfortable with running the quarterback sneak. So it begs the question, why the hell are Urban Meyer and Trevor Lawrence saying two different things? It doesn't seem like these guys are on the same page, right? And that's a problem, especially when you're a head coach and you're not on the same page with your players, and your players aren't saying the same thing when they're asked similar questions at a post-game press conference. So that's concerning to say the least, and I'll get into more of that later on in this video. But the rest of the game, pretty much Derrick Henry dominated us. The defense didn't look good. The secondary did not look good. Andrew Wingard, like, why the hell is this guy still out on the field? I mean, it's really concerning to me that the coaching staff or the defensive backs coach is not realizing that Andrew Wingard should not be out there. Where the hell is Andre Sisco or Daniel Thomas? Like, these two guys are for sure better than Andrew Wingard. Like, Andrew Wingard purposely got out of the way in this game when Derrick Henry was running in for a touchdown. Like, didn't want to tackle him. So I get that, right? Like, Derrick Henry's a beast, but you're a safety. You got to come in and make a shot at that play and, like, look like you care. And Andrew Wingard just, like, didn't give a damn. So I want somebody in there that's going to give a damn and put their body out there and, try to make a play because, the fans deserve it. And come on, man, it's your job. So I don't know why Andrew Wingard's still out there. But yeah, it's concerning. We couldn't stop Derrick Henry, like I said. The defensive line, couldn't stop the run. We did get some good pressure. Kayvon Chason, I think he had a sack in this game. DeJuan Smoot and Gotsis got pressure on Tannehill and I think brought him down. So that was really awesome to see, man. Adam Gotsis is playing his ass off this season, man. Let me tell you, he is doing a really good job. I've been very impressed by Adam Gotsis. I had him on the podcast, so check out that episode where I interview Adam Gotsis. Definitely a cool interview, but we just can't put 4 quarters of football together, guys. I mean, it's tough to see. We have an injury too following this game. Brandon Lindner, he got hurt on that ridiculous 4th and goal play. So now we have Tyler Shatley, who's going to have to fill in at center. Ben Barch is actually filling in for A.J. Cann. And actually, I think he had a pretty good game. I was pretty impressed with Ben Barch. He's doing a pretty good job. special teams, man. Our place kicking situation, I don't know what the hell is going on with that. Matthew Wright misses the extra point. I mean, we got to fix this. This is ridiculous. And I've heard all this stuff about how Urban Meyer is like obsessed with special teams. Well, it is one of the worst parts of this team, the place kicking. Minus Logan Cook and Jamal Agnew, the place kicking has been the worst part of this special teams position group. It's not good. So we need to either find a new place kicker or, hopefully Josh Lambo gets out of whatever rut he's in right now and gets better, because this is just not good to be missing extra points. These are like chip shots. We're just giving up points at this giving up points at this point, right? But looking at the stats, Trevor Lawrence, 23 for 33, 273 yards, one touchdown pass, and I think he ran one in as well. He has one interception at the end of the game. Just a bad decision, a bad ball, threw an interception in the end zone. So that was a little depressing to see, but I think Trevor had a good game, man. I can't criticize him for throwing a pick. It's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of them this year. He's developing, so I really thought he did a good job. I don't think he's the problem. I think there's a lot of other things going on, a lot of other distractions. But yeah, Trevor Lawrence did a very good job. James Robinson, a hell of a game, 18 carries, 149 yards, one touchdown. We got to get him the ball more. I mean, he only had 18 carries in this game. He needs to be having 25 to 30 carries a game. I mean, he's a workhorse, and he's great. So let's use him. But let me know how you guys feel about this game. What do you think the Jags did well? What do you think the Jags did poorly? Leave me a comment on the YouTube video or podcast episode. Subscribe to the channel as always, guys. Stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy. Go Jags, and I'll see you next time.
Duval! What's up, everybody? It's Andrew from the Jaguar Podcast. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, there's more content over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as always. And remember, this is a podcast, so you can find this pretty much wherever you find podcasts. There I'll be doing interviews of current and former Jaguars players, including Joe Schobert, Dewan Smoot, Shaq Quarterman, etc. And I also do interviews of former Jaguars players, including Natron Means, Jimmy Smith, Tom McManus, etc. So be sure to check out the podcast, subscribe to it, stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy, go Jags, and I'll see you next time.